You are listening to the Lose Weight for the Last Time podcast, episode number 228. Hey, ya moms, what's going on? Okay, I am so excited for this podcast episode. I have been on a tear on this subject because, well, for so many different reasons, but one of the reasons being that the other night, my kids were reading The Giving Tree. It was so cute. My daughter was reading The Giving Tree to my son. It was like, I was just like capturing the moment, pressing the save button inside my heart and soul. It was just so sweet. That was totally a glimmer. I don't know if you guys glimmer hunt with me, but inside the Yummy Mummy, we go glimmer hunting on a daily basis, finding what's already amazing, finding the extraordinary in the ordinary. It literally will change your life if you start glimmer hunting. I am not kidding you guys. So anyways, this was totally a glimmer of mine, but it reminded me how much I freaking hate The Giving Tree. And if you need a little refresh on The Giving Tree is about this little boy. Oh, it's actually just, it makes me cry. It's about this little boy and essentially his tree. And the boy goes through stages of life. And every once in a while he comes back and he asks the tree for something. At the beginning of the book, the boy just plays with the tree. They just enjoy each other. They're just present with each other. But then the boy gets older and should I just read you the book? I feel like I should just read you the book. Okay, you're not going to want me to read the whole book. But the point is, at the beginning of the boy's life, they're playing. He's swinging from the branches. They're playing hide and seek. He would nap in her shade. He would swing on her branches. The boy got older and he lost his ability to play. And he thought what was important was more productivity, more money, more things, houses, cars, boats. And what happens is the tree gives and gives and gives and gives. The tree gives away all of her apples, all of her branches over the years. And the boy keeps coming back, won't play, and just keeps asking for more, but never, ever playing. All the way, eventually, until the tree was just a stump. The tree had given away branches for a home, the trunk for a boat, right? And so at the end of the book, there's nothing left of the tree. The tree is just a stump. Oh my God, you guys, it literally could make me cry because, oh my God, I am going to cry. This is what so many moms are living. This existence of giving without a whole lot in return. Oh my God. And this is what this whole podcast episode is dedicated to. And I think the message of the book is so screwed up because at the end of the book, it's like the tree was happy. I'm like, was the tree happy? The tree had nothing left and the tree was lonely for many, many, many years. So I really don't love the message of this book. I'm like, I got to hide that book so my daughter does not inherit. My son too, this messaging that we should just be giving without receiving anything. And regardless of how you interpret the book, regardless of whether or not you like the book, I do think it's a freaking epidemic in our culture that moms are supposed to give everything until they have nothing left. I read this quote the other day that sums this up. And the quote says, self-care is giving the world the best of you instead of what's left of you. And that came from Katie Reed. And it's so true, but nobody's teaching us this. They're teaching us that we're not allowed to be on the list at all, that we need to be there for our kids, that we need to be there for our jobs, for our teams. We're taught that self-care is selfish. But Katie Reed is right. Honestly, it is so exhausting. It will burn you out when you don't take care of yourself. And so that is what this episode is really about, is like why putting yourself on the list actually has to do with you losing weight and for the last damn time. Now, here's what's really going to bring me to tears is that I opened this book in preparation for this podcast right now, you guys. And at the beginning of the book, oh my God, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this without breaking down, but at the beginning of this book, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see at the beginning of this book, my mom wrote a little note because this is my book from when I was little. And she wrote, "Dear Laura, we are your giving trees forever. We love you." Oh, it's like the sweetest message. But you guys, being somebody's giving tree forever without filling your cup up will make you sick. And it has. Like, my mom is really struggling with her mental health because she gave so much in motherhood that she lost herself. And so this is like my cry, my cautionary tale. Like, you have to put yourself on the list for your family. Our family is going through the hardest time we have ever been through because my mom wasn't taught the importance of being on her own list, because she wasn't allowed to be on her list by societal rules and norms. And I think, again, so many of us are going through this. So I am begging you to put yourself on the list, to put yourself at the top. I know, now I'm getting wild. Now I'm getting radical. To put yourself at the top, or at least 1 or 2 or slot number 3. I am begging you to do this for yourself for sure. But like, if you can't get yourself to do it, then do it for your families. Do it for your families, because nobody wants you as a shell of you. And we don't want to teach our kids this either, right? I just saw something about the greatest indicator of our children's confidence and self-esteem when they're adults is how happy their moms are. Like, let that sink in. The greatest indicator is how happy the mom is. Seriously, you guys, if you can't do it for your kids, do it for yourself. And so let's actually break this down, because I need you to understand why this impacts not only your whole freaking life, not only your family members and your friends, but why it impacts your weight loss. But yeah, for sure, it impacts like your daily happiness. And you guys know I'm like on a total kick right now. My literal goal is to just be obsessed with a Monday. Literally be obsessed with a Monday in March, which, by the way, I totally am. And you can be too, right? Think of like the point of life. You guys, the point of life. What is the point of life? The point of life is to enjoy it, to have fun. I know that might feel like triggering or frivolous or silly. It's not. Ask anyone on their deathbed. Ask anybody that's super old. They're going to tell you. Connection. I mean, have you guys seen that study that like, it's like the longest study that was ever done out of Harvard? Greatest indicator of happiness is connection. Are you connected to your friends and your family? So what does it even mean to put yourself last? I want you to see like, okay, is this me? Am I putting myself last? I mean, a lot of you guys are going to like already know, like I'm talking, you're like, yeah, I totally put myself last, or at least I'm like number 18 on the list. So putting yourself last means constantly prioritizing everyone else, your kids, your partner, work, the house, before your own, to the point where like your well-being, your joy, your fun, your self-care gets neglected. And I know you can relate to this, because this is how we've been programmed. This is how we've been trained to be. This is what makes a good mom, right? This is what makes a good wife. This is what makes a good girl, is putting everyone else before you. But it doesn't work. So examples, eating everyone's leftovers. Like, are you eating your kids' French toast for breakfast? Like the crust of their French toast? That's a metaphor in and of itself, right? You're just getting the leftovers, right? Are you eating a nutritious meal? Are you taking care of yourself? Like, Yeah, you have these perfect lunches for your kids, but what about your lunch? Your kids are getting to sit down and have recess, but what about us? What about alone time? Do you ever get to have alone time? Right? A lot of us are putting ourselves last so we don't have alone time. Whether that means like working out or going for a walk or sleeping in, or I'll say it, a freaking bubble bath. I know that a lot of my clients, they're saying yes when they mean no. And sometimes you guys, they say yes, but they actually kind of mean yes because they don't want to deal with the guilt that's on the other side of the no. So they actually kind of want to say yes. So I'm like, saying yes when it's not a full body hell yes, that's a no then, right? So again, it's like taking care of other people's kids, volunteering at school, hosting an event that you don't want to. So think about like, where am I putting other people in front of me? Just so that you can highlight where some of the low-hanging fruit will be, because you guys know I'm going to ask you to actually do something with this information. I'm going to ask you to do, we're going to sidestep in. We're not going to do anything big, scary, but just we're going to do one little thing where we're putting ourselves on the top of the list, or at least number 2 or 3. What about like putting off appointments? Did you used to get your nails done all the time? Did you used to get a pedicure every month? Did you used to like get your hair cut? Are you doing those things? Like, I remember like chatting with my friend. She's like, I haven't gotten a haircut or highlight in like 6 years. It's like her oldest kid is like 6 years old, you know? What about asking for help? I'm guaranteeing you're not asking for, a lot of you are not asking for help. We have to be willing to get good at asking for help. It's uncomfortable, right? It's uncomfortable to say no when you mean no, but you're scared of disappointing other people. It's uncomfortable to ask for help when you are not skilled at it. It feels icky in our bodies, right? It feels guilt-inducing, guilt-producing. And it's like, I get it, man. I feel it. But you know what? That guilt, that's not your guilt. That's culture's guilt that they have layered on you. They've painted you and they put you in a guilt suit. And you got to take that shit off and give it back to our culture. Give it back to the patriarchy, right? I love men. The patriarchy is not about the men. We don't need to go there. But my point is, that's not your guilt. You want to know what true guilt is, real guilt? It's when you feel that icky, guilty feeling and it points you back to your values. But when you feel guilt and it doesn't point you back to your values and it just points you back to the way you've been socialized or programmed, and you're like, wait a second, this doesn't even make sense. Give that guilt back. Literally hand it back. Okay. Do you do this? This is where you can end up not even on the list. Like, you're over functioning, like you're overdoing. You're the one that's always remembering all the birthday. Like, are you buying your sister-in-law, who you see every 3 years, like a fabulous gift every year? Maybe. Is that taking away from you being able to go for like a 20-minute walk? Like, seriously, you guys, think about it. We are going to have to start saying no. But again, that guilt is just a vibration in your body, and you can handle it. And the more that you handle it, the more that you strengthen the giving back the incorrect guilt to culture. And eventually you won't feel it. You'll be like, I'm a freaking badass. And I know how to say yes. And I know how to say no. And I know how to keep myself on the list. Okay. What about not having boundaries with your kids? This is another way that we put ourselves last, right? We let our toddler sleep in our bedroom, even though we need a good night's sleep, or letting them shower with us, or, letting them have the extra popsicle, even though they're going to turn into a sugar demon, right? And then you're going to have to deal with the temper tantrum. Like, we have to be willing. I mean, this is obviously a personal choice, but I do think that a lot of us have to be willing to say no to our kids, or to set appropriate boundaries for them so that we can take care of ourselves. And again, this is for your kids. This isn't taking away from your kids. This is you giving them a gift and you a gift. Okay. What about like, oh my gosh, you guys, like some of my clients, like right when they first start working with me, they don't even know what they want. They don't even know what's joyful for them. They don't even know what a fun exercise class would be. They don't even know what a fun mom's night out would be because they've stopped letting themselves want. They have smashed those desires so deep inside that they don't even know the answer to the question. But you know what? If you keep asking the question, you will get the answer. So like, is there something like taking a class or starting a business or training for a marathon or doing the Emmy Mummy? And then you're like, maybe when the kids are older, or maybe when we get to this next stage, or maybe when this, or maybe when that. Like, no, you have to do it now for yourself, for your family. Okay, you guys, so now we understand, we have clear examples of like, what does it look like when I put myself last? Like, we get it. We're like, oh, shoot, I do that. And you might not do it all the time, but maybe here and there. And why is this related to weight loss? Because I really want to make that connection really clear for you, because this is what the Yummy Mummy method does that no other weight loss program does. It makes this connection that is integral into permanent weight loss. When you put yourself on the list and when you do things to take care of yourself and when you love your life, you actually love a Tuesday in April, your brain automatically will not go looking for detrimental dopamine. What is detrimental dopamine? Detrimental dopamine is the ice cream at 9 p.m., is the chocolate covered almonds at 2:30 p.m., is you guys are probably already picking up what I'm putting down. If you don't fill your dopamine cup, guess what? Your brain will fill it for you with detrimental dopamine, with hits that leave you hung over. But guess what? You actually can fill your dopamine cup up with delicious dopamine, dopamine that serves you, dopamine that leaves you feeling proud, not with regret. It's so cool. So let's talk about this, right? Now, think about your day. Maybe you've been volunteering at school, making PTO cupcakes, and taking kids to practice, helping kids with homework, getting that boss the project by the deadline, like all of the things. So many things, picking up the freaking dog poop. You guys, my dog is literally eating his poop, which is kind of great. I mean, no, it's horrible and disgusting, but it makes us pick up the poop. So now we're going to have a nice yard. We're not going to like ruin our yard. Anyways, my point is picking up the dog poop. We are so busy. There's so much on our plates. Now, what happens is we get to 9 p.m. or 2:30 p.m. and we're like, I just need a reward. I just need a little something. I just need to relax. I just need some sort of comfort or stress relief. Yeah, you do. I give it to you. It's true. You freaking do. You deserve a freaking spa day, a trophy, and I don't know. What else do they deserve, Cody? Oh, seriously, you do deserve comfort. You do deserve stress relief. You do deserve to have it all. But here's what happens is we end up filling our dopamine cup with, and maybe it's scrolling, right? Maybe it's like 2 hours of scrolling on your phone, right? Doesn't that leave you feel kind of like, oh, it doesn't fill your cup up. The cups that get filled with detrimental dopamine, there's so many leaks. So what I want you to do is fill that dopamine cup up with delicious dopamine, dopamine that serves you, dopamine that has a net positive or at least a net neutral, like a walk with a friend, like a massage, like a 20-minute freaking nap, right? Like just laying out on your porch swing and letting the sun hit your face. Like taking 30 minutes to just sit down and eat your lunch and listen to a podcast. Fuck it, 60 minutes. Geez, I could really go on and on. A nice Saturday afternoon with a girlfriend, having a little lunch into shopping. I don't know. And these can be really little things, you guys, because I know some of the things I'm mentioning might sound grandiose. And again, I'm going to have you sidestep into this. I'm not going to have you do big, huge things. So think about that. Think about that for yourself. And again, if the first answer is, I don't know, that doesn't mean stop. That means ask again. That means think about, what did you love when you were little? Did you love playing outside? Okay, great. Let's plan a 40-minute hike. Did you love, I'm going to come up with all the things that I love. Did you love jump roping and playing skip it and playing basketball? I loved playing outside and moving my body. So that's typically what I do now to fill my cup up, right? But maybe it was art. Maybe it was reading. I don't know. What did you love doing when you were a kid? How can you do that now? Or what do you get jealous of or envious of, right? Do you have any friends and you're like, oh, must be nice, right? What are they doing that you secretly want to do? Do it. I dare you. I freaking triple dog dare you. So think about it. And that's what I want you to do. One thing that fills your dopamine cup up with delicious dopamine. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down in terms of the difference between detrimental dopamine and delicious dopamine? Your brain is a dopamine seeking missile. It's going to find dopamine. So you need to be intentional, because otherwise it will give it detrimental. It'll give it Netflix. It'll give it over shopping on Amazon. It will give it goldfish. It will give it Oreos. It will give it ice cream. It will give it things that do not serve you, scrolling on Instagram. So you have to feed the beast with a walk with a friend, with a 10-minute laying in the grass, with a 15-minute yoga nidra. Seriously, you guys, it's imperative, because if you don't, your brain will find the goldfish. Or if you're like, I want to lose weight and I'm going to do no sugar, it's going to feel like you are white knuckling it, because you don't have enough delicious dopamine. Okay. It's going to feel hard. It's going to feel willpowery. I don't want you to lose weight to lose weight. What I care about is that you freaking love your life, that you love a Tuesday. I cannot tell you guys how much I love a Tuesday. I really genuinely do. And here's the thing. When I put myself first, I want to hang out with my kids. It does not, most of the time, does not feel like an obligation. Taking care of them feels skippy and light and, dare I say, easy. It's so much easier for me to be the mom that I want to be. It's so this morning, my kids were going at it, you guys, this morning. And I just noticed, I was like, now, you guys, I am not a perfect mom. I get impatient. I do. I'm fiery. I get impatient, right? I'm working on not snapping. I'm doing a really good job at it. But I just noticed, I was like, wow, good job, Laura. Because they were literally having freaky World War III over there, over these stupid boats that came from halfway around the world, at the dumbest toys that they'd never play with. They were fighting over these boats. And I was able to take 3 deep breaths and just let them hash it out. They actually didn't need me to do anything. They sort of just had to let it fizzle. And it did. I didn't actually need to get involved, because there was nothing dangerous was happening. They were just yelling at each other and crying. And so I just noticed it's just easier for me when I filled my cup up. For example, this week, my husband's out of town. He's coming back tonight. I am so excited. I'm genuinely can't wait for him to get home. I'm like a literal freaking golden retriever puppy. I cannot wait for my husband to get home. Again, I love my husband. I want to hang out with him because I fill my cup up. Anyways, my point here is that I knew that this week was going to be a little bit more demanding and a little bit more intense than other weeks, because I'm solo parenting. He travels a lot. So I have a lot of practice now. But I knew, for example, this week, I was going to have to walk every day with a friend, or by myself. That's fine too. I was going to have to plan a massage for this weekend. I could have taken it or left that. And last night, I had a friend over and we chatted and we ordered the kids pizza and we had some rosé, and they played. And that was an easy night for me. The night before, I met other friends out for dinner. I'm 145% extroverted. We do a little bit more screens than typically, because hey, it's easier to parent when there's a movie happening. So anyways, my point is that I really try to stack the deck when the circumstances are a little bit more intense. I'm okay, this week might be a little bit of a doozy. So if that's true, then how am I going to take extra good care of myself so that I don't bite my children's heads off their bodies? Because today, I genuinely want to go to the park with them after school. Like it is freaking 75 degrees here. Oh my God, you guys, it is so nice. I could do cartwheels down the street right now. Maybe I will. Anyways, my point is when you fill your cup up, there's no obligation for the most part in your day to day. So I know these are big asks. I know this might feel like a giant leap for you if you are feeling like you're really struggling right now. And I get that. And I've been there. And I promise it's possible for you to love your life. I promise you it's possible for you to be intentional with your life and to fill your cup up. I know you have all the quote unquote reasons, and sorry, they're excuses. Sorry, not sorry, as to why you can't live a life like this. But it's BS. And I'm going to be the one to call you out on it because I am here to free the freaking moms. Okay. That is my literal job on this earth. This is my divine assignment. Like I can't not do it. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Okay. So your takeaway today is what is one small thing that I can do to fill my dopamine cup up with delicious dopamine? What is one thing I can do? I would love to hear it. I'd love for you to shoot me a DM on Instagram at Laura Conley Coaching, LauraConley. Shoot me a DM. Tell me how you took care of yourself this week. Tell me how you filled your cup up with delicious dopamine. Tell me. I'm dying to hear. Seriously. Because then you guys, guess what will happen? You're not going to believe me. And this is a practice. This happens over time. It's not going to happen overnight. But what will happen is you just automatically won't be in the pantry at 9:30 p.m. because your cup is full. You don't need the hit from the sugar. You don't need the extra glass of wine. You don't need to sit there and scroll. You're so much more intentional. You're actually reading the book and having a little tea and then waking up the next morning and being like, yeah, that's right. I'm obsessed with Past Megan from 9 p.m. last. I love her. Thanks for hooking me up, Past Megan. Your present self is going to love your past self so freaking much, you guys. Okay, so if you guys are picking up what I'm putting down and you want to start to practice this in a container where I'm holding you accountable and I'm coaching you with what comes up, the obstacles that come up, the reasons, the excuses that come up as to why you can't do this, why you can't lose weight for the last time, what's in the way, what's like, oh God, what about this? What about that? You need to go to lauraconley.com/lose, LOSE. You would be surprised at how many people spell lose, LOOSE. That's loose. Like I'm loose in my body, like a noodle, like I'm a loosey-goosey. Oh my God, I'm so weird. You guys, I know my podcast editor is going to like do something weird with all this weird shit I'm doing today on this episode. Okay. Anyways, go to lauraconley.com/lose. Our next cohort is going to start on April 28th. You want to be in there so that you can lose weight for the last time and love your life for the first time in a long time, or maybe ever. So you guys, before I end, so go do that. Before I end this episode, what's really cool is I reached out to my clients and I was like, guys, can you help me figure out why? Like, I know that the Yummy Mummy is so, like the Yummy Mummy method is so new and different and unique. And it's not like anything else out there. Hence the episode that we just talked about. But I wanted to hear in my clients' words, like why it was different. So I'm going to give you guys some of their answers and you can see if you relate to them. So I want to share with you some comments that Sarah S. shared with me. She said that she really showed up for the Yummy Mummy experience because she really believed that I could help her. She actually said that the 5K commitment helped her as well. It helped her show up. She also said that she felt like the thing that she couldn't solve on her own was this feeling of shame that she felt when she overate, the feeling of shame that she felt when she broke promises to herself. And you guys, we handle this inside the Yummy Mummy. Shame cannot live in the light. And so we actually air it out and you feel like you're not alone. It's so cool. She said that one of the reasons that she felt like it was different was because that it was a customized approach. Like, yes, it would work for everybody, but that it was customized and not a one size fits all. She also goes on to say that one of her biggest ahas was that right when she got in the program, that so many other women were having the same exact struggles and that she wasn't a weirdo. And then she said she really resonated, this is so cute, with my enthusiasm and realness. And that is what you guys see inside the Yummy Mummy. So you guys, there is no such thing as ready. Ready is a decision, and you deserve this. Your family deserves a happy mom. Give them that gift. Sign up for a free call at lauraconley.com/lose, and let's get you going into the next round of the Yummy Mummy experience. I will see you there. Ciao, ciao, babes. Have the best week ever. Love you.